Hello everybody, this is Abraham and welcome to another money saving video. What we have here is an antenna unit. From this particular one comes from Lexus SC430. It's my new project that I'm trying to get repaired as cheap as possible. What happened here is an extremely interesting case. The motor, there's nothing wrong anywhere here, it's all fixable. The motor brushes broke. So this is the original brush. As you can see that the flex cable is still attached, but there's only half the brush. I don't know where's the other half. And the other second brush, there's two brushes. This is the DC motor. This is the cable. And this is the brush. When I took it apart, I figured not a big deal. Finding these brushes should be a breeze. I took the measurement, so it's 4.45 millimeters by 4.12 millimeters, and the length is about 7 millimeters. I don't know because the originals are worn out. And as I found out, searching the internet high and low, everywhere, I couldn't find these particular designs. I found the sizes that I need, but the length would be too long. They are usually like 10 millimeters, which is not a big deal. It can be shaved off. But the biggest problem that I found is the location of the flex cable. As you can see, these ones that I have here, they do work. The flex cable comes out of the top of the brush. All the brushes that I found, the flex cable comes out of the back of the brush. After searching for quite some time, I did not find the brushes I need. Those that were close to what I needed, people or companies wanted ungodly amounts of money for them. Like $20 per brush plus like $15 shipping. I'm just not willing to pay anything like that. The truth, ugly truth, is that brush is just a piece of compressed coal, refined coal, metallized coal, but it's basically just a compressed junk that is soft, and usually it's coal mixed with copper, something. They're not expensive material. The material in there is not gold. What I thought to do is I could use maybe a brush from Dremel. Nope, didn't fit. Different configuration, different everything. And the biggest problem is attachment of the flex wire. If I could find a close one with a flex wire coming from the top, I'd probably buy it. This is what I'm holding, is a small file, and you can file it. It takes really little to brush or file away. This is not metal, this is like chalk for the most part. But I couldn't find anything. Then I had an idea. This is from a Toyota, so some Toyota motors must use that kind of brush inside. What I did was I went to the junkyard and I've looked into window motors. So I found a window motor. This one comes from Toyota Avalon. I think it's like 02. This is 04. So I thought close enough. I opened up the motor. Sure enough, the brushes are almost exactly what I need. So I pulled out 4 brushes just in case, because I knew I would mess one up. So I got 2 extra ones. Going through the checkout, I showed them what I wanted. They laughed at me and said, just get out of here. So I got them for free, basically. But I bought some other parts. So, but these particular ones, they didn't want to charge me for those little wires. The method of forcing the brush against the rotor on my motor is it's using a spring. So spring gets compressed and you put the rotor in, and the brushes are pushed by the spring. On the Toyota window motor, they used this type of springs. So these won't fit, even though one of my springs was messed up. I just recoiled it back, so it's good enough for what I need. The other problem was that these brushes were a little bit too big, literally tiny bit. So this brush I started filing, and I didn't even realize how easy it is to file them away. You could just scrape them with a knife. So I filed too much. This one is, you can see that it's smaller. So I knew I was going to mess one up. This is the messed up. It'll still work, but it wobbles, and we don't need that. So next one, I thought, oh, I gotta be a lot more careful. I had to file off less than a millimeter. I literally had to touch it twice so that the brushes would fit snugly and still move inside of their places. So let me show. So this is where they go. And as you can see, they fit very nicely in there. And the original unfiled, this is the original one. It will go in, but the spring will not have enough power to push it. So as you can see, it doesn't go in. I have to make it. So this is the original, just slightly too big. All right, so what is this video about? Good question. This antenna unit costs $400 used, and I haven't found one that was less than that. They're between $400 to $500. Number one, this is a completely useless unit, but if you want your car to be original, just like it was when it was new, you have to have this thing. The thing that comes out, the actual antenna, those are available. That's standard Toyota, and those are like $20, $30. So I got the new one. Brushes for this are not available, at least not to where I could find them. The other thing that I wanted to mention was you can buy the brush, file it, but attaching the flex cable to this soft material, I have no idea how to do that. You cannot solder it in. It's pressed in with some kind of special something. I don't have that material. So that was the biggest showstopper for me. And there isn't really another way to make this make a good contact, and you don't want something that's all closed up that suddenly would stop. The motor wouldn't run. So I wanted it to be as reliable as possible. So finding these brushes, if you have a junkyard that allows you to go and pick the parts off the car, you could just go and take those out. So cost of the brushes is $0. You can rebuild the original. All that needs to be done is all this gunk needs to be cleaned out, and new gunk put in, and the thing will work. Once I'm done, I'll do another video on all the parts that I have fixed, and hopefully this helps somebody save at least $300. Not buying a new antenna and still have a car that's fully functional. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like. This is a very interesting problem that I found. Antenna wasn't broken, as I said. The only things that were broken are the brushes. When I took the motor apart, I was surprised. I've never seen brushes disintegrate like that. So, oh, here's another piece. So one brush, two pieces, basically it snapped. The other brush, the wire fell off. I don't know how that happened, but it did. And here's how it's attached. Actually broke where the wire goes in. I mean, I'm sure it's possible. I'm just not confident in my abilities of attaching a cable to a wire brush. I'm sorry, not wire brush, motor brush. So, there you go. Go save money. Thank you for watching.